Hello everyone. So I just want to do this really quick and show you how to use the revision and editing key. So from my grades, this is where I'm at. You will find this is a Comp 2 class, so it'll say Major Essay Feedback, and Comp 1, it'll be under, I believe it says First Full Draft Feedback or Essay Feedback, whichever one. You'll go to the blue bubbles. That's where all of your general note feedback will be. Okay, and it should look something like this. Make sure that you are reading this. I know that it's tempting to skip it and not read it, but it's very important to read it. Okay, it's very important because this is your feedback. Okay, so remember that down here in overall impression, that's telling you about the level that you are performing at. Okay, so that's letting you know what kind of grade you can expect pre-revising and working on it. So this right here, again, this is a Comp 2 class that I'm in right now, and I'm sharing this video with both Comp 2 and Comp 1. For in both classes, the second essay has a comment key. This is because typically students choose not to revise their second essay, and the one that I assign in these final weeks in your portfolio is the revision of essay 1. And so essay 1 has a revision and editing key. Essay 2 just has a comment key, but they're used the exact same way. I'm going to go ahead and open this up, and then I'm going to go back to my grades and close the general note out and open the actual submission. So here again, I'm opening the second essay. Remember that you all are revising your first essay. I am only choosing to show this one for different reasons. It's the same thing, but I'm just the access that I have currently is only going to let me do this one. So just remember that you are going to open up essay 1. Okay. Let it load here. All right, and remember that you would just hover your mouse over these blue talking notes here, and it'll give you my feedback. And when you see these numbered items, okay, so for essay number 1, it'll have M notations, it'll have G notations. That stands for MLA, and then G stands for grammar. C in both of your essays will stand for content. That means this is something having to do with the assignment's mode that I'm asking you to write in. And so content is the ideas that you're expressing. So when we go back to the comment key, we've got C2, and I can go to the comment key and I look for C2. That's intro, introduce us to the piece, blah, blah, blah. So that's basically how you use that. That is, and the reason why I do it in those shorthand notes is I can grade it a little faster, it's easier, and because it saves time, because usually we use the same comments teachers do. And so it's the most commonly used comments, and so it just has, over the years, it's what I've learned to do. But also for you, it just helps in crowding. We've learned over time, too, as teachers, that students tend not to read big, long notes. So this just helps you stay organized with it, and you know when to refer back to it. Okay, so in your revision, what I would strategize to do is I would start with the M notations. That's the MLA formatting. Those are easiest to fix. So if you came down and let's say that, remember that you're going to have your document saved. So you upload your document, you look at my notations, you go back to, say it's on a Word document, so you'd open up your Word document. Okay, and obviously I don't have this. This is a student's paper from my grades. I don't have it downloaded, but you'll be able to download your own. You would just go through it and start correcting it for the MLA formatting. Second, I would address the content notations. And here's why. Because you don't want to do the the grammar first, because the content usually means that you need to spend more time developing some idea, which means you need to spend more time drafting, in other words, actual writing, adding or taking away. Okay, and as we know, in the drafting stages, and revision is just another stage in drafting, we typically make lots of mistakes grammar wise. That's okay, it's normal. But this is why you don't want to immediately start with grammar notations, because when you're adding new content, you're going to have more grammar to correct. So it's best to save grammar for last. Okay. Now, once you are starting to work on your grammar, my advice would be to go to, this is a face-to-face class, so you online students, it's going to look a little different. In the course menu, you know that you guys will go to down where it says learning materials. Okay, this is the same kind of concept as my face-to-face classes, but you would go to learning materials, those of you in the online class, and you would just click on final weeks. I'm sorry, let's go back to that home page. Writing Diagnosis Hub. Okay, this is where you can really get some help with any of those grammar notations. Okay, so pay attention to where I've identified that you have struggled with sentence fragments or run-ons or verb tense and so on and so on, and refreshing your abilities here. Okay, these are not exercises, they're just tips. They're help to help you be able to identify. Of course, you can always during this time reach out to me. We still have plenty of time for you to work on this. Theoretically, you should be looking at this, doing this revision assignment, and have something like a week to work on it. You should be looking at it the first thing in the week. So you have time during this week just to focus on that. And please reach out to me if you have questions on that. This is how you're going to be graded. Is how on this, as far as your revision assignment, you're graded on your performance. It's strictly performance based. So how well you're doing MLA formatting, how well you're correcting yourself and editing yourself and developing your ideas. And the intent is to help you learn to pick up on these things, and so then be able to apply it in your final paper. So you'll notice that, let's go here, that in the assignment sheet itself, I did say that I strongly suggest you either highlight portions where you've revised for grammar and content, or use the track changes function. And let me just show you where that is. So that would be under review on your document, track changes. And what that would just do is it shows the editing, okay? I like for a clean copy of the revision, and so that would be the edited, polished final draft of this assignment. But it's also good, and I know I don't require it, but I strongly suggest that you also submit a copy that is used track changes or highlighted portions. Now, what this does, this shows you that it's a messy process. Revision is messy, but you also are sort of, think of it as proving the work that you put into this, and so therefore enhancing, it definitely enhances your grade. Students who do this get a much better grade on this portion. Okay, please let me know, y'all. Please reach out to me if you have questions. I want you to do well. Okay, if you have questions, don't sit back and just try to guess at this. Please reach out to me and let me know. I'm here to help y'all. All right, good luck.